Welcome into the newest edition of JTS After Dark. We are doing a Hot Take Tuesday where the hot taker for the week is Jai. So you guys have seen this segment before. We've had a couple of them. Mella's had one. I've had one myself. But this week it is Jai. So Jai, take it away with your hot take on this Hot Take Tuesday.
Yeah, so my hot take Tuesday is that I think
I'm actually nervous now.
I think that, and it's not so much a hot take, but I guess more a hot discussion. QB wins are definitely wins are definitely a QB stat, and everybody that tries to dismiss it, they only try to dismiss it to propel quarterbacks that aren't as good. And then by wins, I don't necessarily mean accounting numbers, but I mean like in the big moments. And I guess this kind of leads to my larger hot take is that Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are on the exact same level. You cannot put one above the other.
It's not bad. I mean, I got Lamar.
It's not horrible. Not horrible.
I got Lamar over Josh Allen.
A lot of people have Lamar over Josh Allen. As a black man,
I
have
so basically what you're saying
if we're
is
just being objective football on the field, you can't keep putting Lamar over Josh Allen because of the because Lamar has bad playoff losses. Every playoff loss Lamar has had, he has had a direct impact on, and he has played bad in every single one in some capacity. Not for a full game, because the last one he didn't play bad for a full game, but he played a horrible first half, and you can't get that back.
not that one against the Chiefs in
He played bad the whole game.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Nah, he was off that whole game.
No, he didn't. I'm talking about the one where Zay Flowers had fumbled on the goal line. He didn't play bad that one.
That was his one good pass downfield.
He didn't play bad that game.
And that's what made that fumble so bad. Because like he finally got the ball down the field, he fumbled.
Yeah, that was his one good moment, and then it got fucked up because L'Jarius Sneed. They put up 10 points, huh? Yeah,
10 out of 13, one or two. It was pretty low, whatever it was.
Yeah, you can't lead them to a scoring offense. Regular season, great, but I think that because look at it like this: if wins aren't a QB stat, then Tom Brady isn't the GOAT.
He also has every counting number as well.
Well, that's just because of longevity. That's another hot take. Actually, that's my real hot take off of that. We got to stop putting niggas in counter numbers over there. Yeah, I'm going at you, LeBron fans. We don't need an announcement. We don't need the sports headlines. LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron has been the GOAT a long time. But every time he go for 50,000 points, 55,000 points, nobody's going to catch him. It doesn't need to be a thing every time he does it. Nobody's going to catch him.
It doesn't need to be a thing.
It doesn't.
It does. It does.
It needs to be a thing.
It's over.
It needs to be. It needs to be a thing. I'm not saying. I'm not saying it needs to be a thing because, like, oh yeah, we know no one's gonna catch him. But like, if it was anybody else, it'll get touched on.
Bro, it shouldn't be touched on for anybody.
No, I'm saying like when it happened,
when Tom Brady broke Drew Brees' passing yards record,
it was a big deal.
Exactly. But every time Tom Brady had, oh my gosh, Tom Brady now has 85,000 passing yards. Let's talk about it all day. No, duh, because nobody else got 83. Of course, he's the first person with 85.
So I mean, but still though, like that's just it's not like it's just a testament to his greatness because, like, okay, he's a company.
If you're already
shine light on it.
If you already stamped the GOAT, we don't need to do that. It's glazing.
No, it's not.
It's
not. Here's the thing about
the hot sign on, bro. It's
glazing. Here's the thing about this conversation. LeBron did something, and he talked about it, compared it to a hockey player. Oh, sorry, the hockey player did something, and they compared it to LeBron. So I'd rather the milestone conversation over random conversations to talk about
them. Well, yeah, that's because nobody covers hockey, and it was probably on ESPN, that horrible network. But listen. That just jumped out, but listen, like you get what I'm saying though. Like it's the counted numbers. I feel like once you're solidified the GOAT, the counted numbers should be the thing that split hairs. Anybody with sense is not gonna put anybody that's to go over Tom Brady or anybody that's to go over LeBron James. Anybody with sense. And whenever it goes back to circling back to the original take of that the wins are a QB stat, if it's just off an eye test, because now we got into the eye test thing to knock down players like Hurts and Purdy and who else wins but look kind of average, and Jared Goff, to kind of minimize how good that they're playing because their teams are winning. But it was like, we with the eye test to prop up guys like Joe Burrow, who just have mad numbers and they look cool, but they never win. If the greatest quarterback of all time is considered the greatest because all he did was win, and he got the counting numbers because he played the longest.
I was going to say, but even when he was winning, Brady
he was never cooking niggas. Except for probably like it was a small stretch of his career. It was probably like a third of his career where he was cooking niggas with the numbers. Tom Brady's whole thing was he was gonna make the winning plays. And we can't keep propping all these other quarterbacks up for not making winning plays, but they have great numbers.
It's the middle third, specifically the middle third of his career is everybody with
numbers. Which he didn't win.
Yeah, that's the only middle third he didn't win.
He didn't win.
Yeah, Randy, bro.
He didn't win with Randy.
Hey man, shout out Eli.
That's what Randy Moss said at the roast. Randy Moss was like, "How I'm the only legend I'm here to do get a ring with you."
All right, he was like, Randy said, the one year y'all didn't cheat. This is the year I was there.
I mean,
why cheat when I could just throw it up to Randy?
I mean, honestly, at a certain point, that looked like cheating.
You can't win.
It wasn't even a route at a certain point. He just ran down the field aggressively.
I don't know, but I'd say wins are a QB stat, and wins matter. Wins matter. Wins are an MVP stat. Because I see people trying to push the Jokic agenda now because he's getting all the numbers. He's losing. He's being a loser.
No, I want to hear what Jackson has to say about this wins as a QB stat.
Oh yeah, because he loved them losing.
Just let him talk. Just let him talk.
I feel like there are a lot of extenuating things that comes down to winning. Everything isn't on one person. That's why it's 22 guys on the field.
Is winning a QB stat or not?
Not completely and totally, no. If your head coach is Zach Taylor, it's not. I'll say that much right now.
Man, see, fuck you.
If your head coach is Matt Eberflus, it's also not a QB stat.
If your team gets it close, it's the QB's job to win it. If your team gets it close in basketball, it's the MVP's job to win it. In whatever sport that you play, if you are the best player, if you were supposed to be one of those guys, at the close, if you get blown out, hey, we can't do shit with you. Like Cade, you was still the guy whenever y'all was losing. You was still that guy, but y'all was getting beat the fuck up. So can't help it, Chief. But like, you know what I'm saying? But like, if your team keep it close, you got to win those games, man. You got to. Jaden Daniels, why do we consider him having the best rookie season ever?
Because he closed damn near every game.
Because he closed them. They was close and he was winning. Jaden Daniels didn't have crazy counting numbers.
So
Mac Jones had better counting numbers than Jaden Daniels.
So you know how you just
nobody's gonna count Mac Jones and Jaden Daniels.
So you know how you just said that this is about to be hilarious. How you just said, if you're that guy and your team gets it close, you gotta win it. So like, is Mahomes just that much better than every other quarterback in the league?
Yes.
Okay.
So is Cooper Flag not that guy because he missed?
So is Josh Allen just not that guy then?
No, he's not that guy. Nobody. Mahomes is that guy.
No, I get that, but I'm saying though, like, because it's been a lot of times where Josh Allen has had chances to win. I mean, outside of that 13-second one, all right, you can't do nothing about that. But this pass,
that 13-second one, that's probably the only pass that I give niggas because I'm
like, that is the only pass I give Josh Allen. But other than that, like,
you like how? Everybody in America knew that they was throwing the Travis Kelce right there, and you just let
he
him
still was wide open.
He didn't even get
because of how they
he just ran straight.
it's 13 seconds, so it's like you want them to throw it in the middle of the field, but it's like they got
you
time
guard
out.
deep and you guard the outside. The problem is they had 2 timeouts.
Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer. That's another person on my athlete hate list. Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer. You was talking all that shit that whole playoff run. You was laughing and kikiing whenever y'all beat on the Patriots. You was laughing and kikiing whenever y'all beat on the Ravens. And then boom, in 13 seconds. Bye. Nigga ran past you. You, Jordan. He ran
past you specifically. It's tragic. It's tragic. Although Jamel's caption there being Hawks and 8, probably also a hot take. Not gonna lie there.
That's not a hot take.
Is your team in the playoffs? Oh, never. My bad.
He loved talking about somebody. Wrong way. He loved talking about basketball. Somebody's basketball team.
Yeah, he loved always talking about somebody's team, and all of his teams suck. The Yankees ain't did nothing in how long, and they
got to
cheat money on power hitters.
We ain't cheating. The bat's legal. The bat's legal. All right, anybody else using it? That's their fault. More importantly,
where y'all sending Zion at, man? Since you're talking about more importantly, where y'all sending Zion?
The dietitian. That's where we're sending Zion. Although he has looked great recently. I give him credit for that.
Yeah, all right. Hater.
Zion is fine, but y'all whole organization is just trash.
Cursed at this point.
Right.
Like, again, whenever DeJounte Murray broke his hand while dribbling,
No. You love talking about everybody basketball team, but yours
ain't even in the playoffs. Appreciate y'all for Dyson Daniels, though, man. We appreciate y'all for sending him, man.
Yeah, and y'all gonna win the same amount of playoff series as us.
DPO. Oh my God! See, that's how losers say, Tree. That's the first thing that losers say. Oh, y'all the same as
loser mentality, bro.
Boy, y'all trying to pray that Cooper Flag fall to y'all. And I can tell you right now, NBA ain't gonna let that happen. The NBA took a ratings dip. People been complaining about that. They're about to send the best American white boy since
Larry Bird,
since Tyler Hansbrough, since in terms of hype.
Larry Bird, because Tyler Hansbrough was a late first round pick.
For real?
Yeah, Hansbrough didn't go to high. He was a 6'9" center that couldn't dribble.
I remember he was a fucking dog at college though.
Yeah, no, I'm a Carolina fan. He was a 6'9" guy that couldn't dribble. We loved him again.
Look at the teams he like. He like Carolina and the Yankees.
His team is everywhere, bro. The Yankees, the Patriots, North Carolina, and
the Bengals. You mean?
Hey! I am LSU. Everything.
The NBA is not gonna let y'all get Cooper Flag. Go ahead.
Who's the other option? Utah. It's gonna go to Utah.
He's not.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
I don't know unless Danny Ainge pull a red button, but no. He's gonna go to he's gonna go play with LaMelo.
In Charlotte,
LaMelo might get shipped out, man.
LaMelo's not getting shipped out.
They're gonna trade that boy.
I don't know. I'll take it back. Luka got shipped out.
Yeah, I would say there's nobody off the table at this point.
It's only 2 people in the NBA that is safe where they at, and both of them
LeBron and LeBron James Jr.
That's it.
Everybody else,
the only 2 players that are safe.
Nobody else is safe in the NBA.
I mean, the current odds for the first overall pick, the ones with reasonable odds, I will say, is Jazz, Wizards, Hornets.
Oh shit! He going to Brooklyn.
Pelicans, 76ers, Brooklyn, Raptors, Spurs.
He's definitely not going to the Spurs.
He's going to Brooklyn. He's going to Brooklyn, or he's going to the Spurs.
That's not fair, bro.
If he goes to the Spurs, bro, Cooper Flag, De'Aaron Fox, and Wemby.
And the way the lottery might fall, because never mind. The Hawks started winning. So I'm about to say, I'm about to get a lot. The way the lottery might fall.
They wouldn't do that, bro, because they wouldn't even let us get Anthony Edwards, bro.
Yeah,
Ant should have been on the Hawks.
Yo, what you mean? You go get Anthony Edwards. Y'all went to the Eastern Conference Championship that year.
No, we
didn't. I was about to say, yeah.
That was the year that Trae Young was in Madison Square Garden and he did the shit.
It was shivering.
They won that year.
Anthony Edwards was 2020 or 2021.
He should be 21. He should be almost essential, or he should have just signed his extension.
No, not his age.
No. I mean his draft class. He was 2020 apparently.
Yeah.
It was 2020.
Oh.
We had the 6th pick. They cheated us.
Yeah, they did cheat y'all. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Nah,
Maybe I-
it would have been in Atlanta. He already got enough child problems. Yeah.
I don't care about none of that.
She would have been over there. He's still a
gotta
goat. I
find-
don't care what y'all saying online. We don't know the full story.
Exactly.
We don't know the
He
full
grabbed
story.
him out the trash can, man.
That's still
Stop
my
playing
favorite
with
player.
boy,
I don't care what y'all say, man. It's still my favorite player.
Hey, we weren't there.
The facts.
He got one kid, to my knowledge.
Actually, he got like two by his old lady, but
At least
I don't know.
minimum.
I don't care about these niggas' personal lives. But you know what I do care about in this Hot Take Tuesday aftermath? The JTS draft coming to you live, maybe April 13th. We'll see how the Wi-Fi. We'll see how the Wi-Fi holding up.
It's the 14th. I thought you said the 12th.
No.
Whatever next Monday is, or the recording next Monday, which is the 14th.
Yeah. Why would I say the 12th?
I don't know. You said the 12th.
Why would I record on a Saturday?
I don't know.
Anyway,
This guy
JTS draft. JTS, you want to talk about that?
No.
That was a very interesting situation that going on. So we're gonna have several guests on the total number. Honestly, feel like we're adding every day. But it'd be a round robin style draft situation or a fantasy draft, NBA 2K style situation. We'll each pick one team. So like whoever picks one, let's say the 7 of us in. If you pick one, by the time it come back around to you, you'll pick 8. Come back around, you'll be 15, so on and so forth, all the way through the first round.
My boy, the quick math.
Yeah, so you'll go so far on that. So that way, one person doesn't have like 8 draft picks. It's a good number of us, so you'll probably have at most 6 picks. You definitely kind of see where all the different angles are coming from. People are putting out insane mock drafts by the day. Like Nick Rice's mock draft was absolutely terrible. He should never do a mock draft again. That was actually pretty terrible.
I have to go see it.
Was it really that bad?
No, it was bad. Like I was looking at the names and going, huh?
Mike Giardi of the Boston Herald had Travis Hunter going 2 to the Cowboys. So in this mock draft, there will be no trades because if you think I'm about to pay for a PFF subscription for some content, you got me. But there will be no trades in this mock draft. Everybody will have a chance to pick whatever player that they would like, that they think that the team will pick in the first round, whether that's by team need, what they think they should do, what they think they would do. Everybody's going to give a brief explanation. You're going to see a bunch of people talk like football experts. They probably don't know shit. So it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. Abdul Carter fought 4, and I got 4. Wink, wink. I know, you know what I'm saying?
I got the first pick. I don't care what nobody say.
That's the easy pick.
Yeah, that's like the layup. I was like last year, I had the first pick, and it was like
I would fuck it up.
Yeah, you're gonna pick Shador.
Yeah, you would on purpose. But yeah, so like for some highlights of Nick Wright's mock draft, he had Will Campbell going 4th to the Patriots.
Oh,
that's not bad.
He had Abdul Carter going 2nd to the Browns.
Not
Ashton Jeanty going 6th to the Raiders.
That is not. What is so bad about this? Like, these are good picks.
I don't see that one. It's not bad. It's just, you know.
Those are reasonable picks. You just
he had the Saints drafting the tight end out of Penn State at number 9.
That's
reasonable. They're horrible. They'll take their BPA.
That's reasonable. Your tight end is who? Tyson.
Yeah, the Cowboys drafting another receiver.
You said who?
Oh, they have a CD, so yeah, that makes sense.
What is bad? What is so bad about this?
These are like really good picks.
Yeah, the Bengals drafting a safety.
These are really good picks. They lost Jesse.
The Bengals need offensive linemen. Why are they drafting a safety?
Because everybody was bitching, saying that their defense is so bad. That's why they lost. Because Joe Burrow is so awesome.
He had Shador falling to 21.
I think people just want to see him with Mike Tomlin. I don't think Shador makes it out of the top 10.
Will Campbell, Mason Graham, Ashton Jeanty. These are not bad picks.
Yeah, Kelvin Banks falling to 25.
He's been slipping. A lot of people have him in that like 18 to 20 range. I think he'll actually go higher, but that's just me.
Yeah, the Lions taking another edge rusher. Bills drafting a safety.
I'm
These
trying
all
to
seems like needs.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at it right now. I haven't seen one pick that's just like, oh my god, why would they do that?
Hey, whenever we post this, hey, act Nick right. We're gonna act Nick right, bro, because you can come on the show and defend your mock draft. We like your mock draft. JTS, Just in Time Sports,
He's a hater, bro.
Yeah,
I'm not a hater. I just don't like
it. Hey, Nick, I like the mock draft. And first
thing
is the best sports show out.
This draft.
And normally I'm a Nick Wright guy. Like normally me and Nick Wright agree on most. I just don't like it.
Bro,
and I guess because I think it's wrong.
What don't you like about it? Give like some of the ones that you don't like outside of the Bengals safety, which
the Bengals safety is stupid. I don't see Shador falling to 21. And I feel like that was my major issue. I feel like once Shador doesn't come off early, it kind of throws the rest of it off. And I don't like the Patriots.
Okay, but listen.
Wait, whoa. Breaking news. Hold on, time out. Jackson? All right, let me play all behind the curtain. JTS family, JTS After Dark family, IMS family. Jackson has been trying to sell me. We're both Patriots fans. It's no surprise. Jackson has been trying to sell me on Will Campbell playing left tackle since August of last year because we both expected to be bad. Why do you not like Will Campbell going there? Do you finally? Is it because of the T-Rex arms? Like I've been telling you.
No. I actually still think he's a standout player. He's gonna be great 15 years. My issue is I think Abdul Carter's gonna be there, and I think that's my issue. I think that Shador's gonna end up at 3, and I think Abdul Carter's gonna be there at 4, and we have a higher need at edge rusher than we do tackle. That's why I was saying.
See, that's just pure hate. You hate this draft, this mock draft, because you said you hate where Will Campbell is because you think Abdul Carter is going to be there when he clearly took Abdul Carter second.
Right, but I think Travis Hunter is going to. Yeah, I think because you got to have Myles Garrett. I think Travis Hunter's going to go 2. Shador's going to go 3.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I don't see Travis Hunter going to the Browns.
He's going 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't think unless it makes no sense for Cleveland Browns to draft the edge rusher. You just gave Myles Garrett the most amount of money for a player that wasn't a quarterback in history.
But why would you draft Travis Hunter though? Like you got receivers.
Because not really. You have Jerry Jeudy.
You got David. Jerry Jeudy has shown that he can play. Like
but I'm be honest. I'm driving. Yeah, it's just Jerry Jeudy.
And I'm pretty sure you can get better than Jerry Jeudy. And then at corner. And then that corner, Greg Newsome about to be a free agent. So
here's my thing. Travis Hunter has been very vocal about him wanting to play both sides of the ball.
Cleveland is the perfect spot.
In
New York are the perfect spots to do that.
Yeah, he may be a fit, but do you think they have the coach to be able to put him in successful positions on both sides of the ball every week? No.
On offense, yes. On defense, I gotta remember who their defense coordinator is.
Yeah, but on offense, I trust the fancy. Yeah, I trust
on offense for sure. I trust.
Okay, offense, yes. Defense, no. But like, why even? You see what I'm saying?
You trust the Giants to do it?
Like in New York, I trust Dable.
I trust Daboll more than Stefanski.
Stefanski just won Coach of the Year. So
I was about to say I probably trust Stefanski as head coach more.
Stefanski went to the playoffs with Joe Flacco.
And with the team the Giants got, that's an easier fit. Like
true.
And they need a corner.
But who's Cleveland gonna draft?
Abdul Carter.
Why?
Why not?
If you're the owner and you just got convinced by your GM that hey, we need to lock down an edge rusher, so we're gonna make him the highest paid player in NFL history. Why the fuck would you spend your number 2 pick on
the same position?
Trade out or draft a quarterback.
This is
sure.
Hey, guess what, buddy?
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, so there's his team, right? You know him that spent $100 million on a player and then drafted that same exact position in the first round draft.
What does that mean? They paid Deshaun Watson 3-4 years ago, bro.
No. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons. They gave Kirk Cousins $140 million and then drafted a player in the exact same position in the top 10.
Okay, what's wrong with having 2 good edge rushers? I get that's
at number 2, but at number 2, you don't. It's the same.
If they were like number 15, 16, they'd be like, all right.
Tell me the problem with having 2 good edge rushers.
It's not.
When edge rusher is your best position, everything else sucks.
You don't stack up. You don't double up.
First off, everything else doesn't suck. They have decent linebackers.
You have more pressing.
They have a top corner in the league, and they have decent safeties. They have offensive weapons. They have a good offensive line. Outside of quarterback,
if they draft Shador, I have no peep.
And plus, everybody's just gonna double team Myles Garrett.
That's never worked.
Never.
It has. It has worked before.
When does it work?
Has Myles Garrett ever had a 17 sack season? No.
It's a pretty high number.
Yes.
He's won like multiple defensive players of the years. I don't care what the number is. He has multiple defensive players of the years.
I'm just saying. Like, you got Nick Chubb coming back. You have weapons on offense. You have weapons on defense.
Do you have Nick Chubb coming back? Because he's still a free agent.
Even still, you can find a decent running back, bro. Like, let's be honest.
I wouldn't be mad if they fucked around and took. If they saw what Saquon did, if they fucked around and took Ashton Genty, that makes more sense than Abdul Carter to me.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Because Kevin Stefanski's offense.
So you're telling me
great running back.
So having two dominant edge rushers is a bad thing. That's a bad thing to do.
Here's the thing. Here's my closing point in this. This is a edge rusher rich draft. Period. That's the most volume of good positions from the first round to the third round.
It's edges
it's
everywhere.
A lot of starting and good caliber edge rushers.
There's
to where if you have the best edge rusher in the game, you
can afford to get another one later.
Overall pick
on an edge rusher.
Same position.
I would.
And that's why you're a Falcons fan.
Because nobody what other player outside of quarterback, what other position would give them like this significant?
Travis Hunter literally fills two spots.
And forget all that. You actually need a quarterback.
I mean, I say go quarterback. I'm just saying if they went Abdul Carter, that's not a terrible pick.
It's not terrible. It's
not terrible. It's just not. Yeah, it's not what you need.
It's what
the only reason why it's not a terrible pick because of how good Abdul Carter is.
Sometimes best player available is better than drafting a need.
You don't pick.
Is Abdul Carter the best player available?
Yes, he's one of them. Why?
Yes. Full stop.
I mean, my whole and then I hate.
Unless you go play Travis both ways.
That's what I'm saying. They probably don't want Travis to play
Carter
both ways.
is the best player available.
They probably.
I hate the Ashton Genty.
Or if you go play Travis primarily at corner, then it's because he can play receiver, but I think it's a weak receiver draft, so he looks a lot better.
And even still, they still got a top DB. They got a sufficient receiver. This is just like you said. It's a deep edge rusher draft. This is a deep receiver class.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't. It's deep in terms of
even if you don't,
it's a bunch of twos and threes.
Class,
yeah,
even
like
still,
between Tech and Kyron Lacy ain't that far.
It's easier to get. It's easier to find and draft a receiver that'll break out than it is an edge rusher.
You talking to Patriots fans?
I'm about to say no, it ain't.
Y'all just don't know
the wrong crowd of niggas, man.
Y'all don't draft receiver. Y'all never drafted receiver well.
We drafted two, and they had like 90 yards combined.
I'm about to say, and combined.
When y'all draft the offensive player, they just don't pan out, and that's okay.
But I mean, I get it. Like I said, but in reference to his mock, like I said, Abdul Carter at 2 was interesting. I hate the Ashton Genty and Raiders pick. Like, I'm sorry. If the Raiders with all their holes pick a running back,
that's a Pete Carroll type move.
See, I'm not gonna tell them what I would pick because I might have 6, but I know where I would go in that situation, regardless of how stuff shakes out.
And I get it. You got Geno, so you don't necessarily need the quarterback. I just hate the running back pick.
Where would you go if you was the Raiders? If you was the Raiders, where would you go?
Something to protect that quarterback.
Who's your quarterback?
It's Geno, apparently.
So nobody fuck about Eugene.
I mean, but honestly, if I'm the Raiders, if truth be told, if I'm the Raiders and I'm staring at Shedeur Sanders, there's no way I don't pick Shedeur Sanders.
Of course, he's getting Shedeur Sanders. That's the worst kept secret in the NFL. If Shedeur does not go number 2, he's going number 6 because the Giants said, we don't want to risk it. And so they're not going to take him number 3 because honestly, they're not on the clock to have a rookie quarterback. So Shador is going number 6 because you got Eugene there on a 3-year deal, but it's really a 2-year deal because we know how that worked. And then Tom Brady
And
is
then
his
I would say, and Shador
godfather.
Sanders' mentor is Tom Brady,
And
who's all but
Deion
running
Sanders,
football
you
operations.
telling me Deion Sanders, you Las Vegas. You got the city of Las Vegas, big market. You got the Raiders, NFL history family, right?
And that beautiful stadium.
You got Tom Brady running it. Imagine having Deion Sanders' son as your franchise quarterback. The only way the Raiders don't take Shador Sanders is if they got a little wink thing going where they know they can get Arch Manning. That's it.
Nah,
pretty much.
Tom Brady run anything. Ain't nobody named Manning.
Arch is going to be a giant on the same.
Anybody named Manning not coming in that building doing anything unless he's on the other team. No.
I know, boy. Arch, man.
I went mail on this one. No one with the last name Manning is working for Tom Brady.
Nah, him and Peyton was cool.
Yeah, Eli's problem.
Yeah, and he beat the shit out of Peyton. How long?
That's why him and Peyton was cool. He beat the shit out of
He smacked Peyton up. It's that younger one that was the problem.
It's the worst one. That's the problem.
Shador Sanders is probably going 6, realistically.
But see how exciting this conversation was?
Exactly. And this is just the preview.
This is the preview. Like we don't even have actual teams assigned. We just went on a random mock draft and talked about it for 10 minutes. I mean, so if this enthralls you, which it should entertain you, follow at Daytime Sports on all platforms, and you will get to see.
We fuck with you, nigga, right?
We do. But it's just that mock draft is terrible. No. But I do. That's my guy.
No reason.
That's my guy. I support Nick Wright in all his endeavors, except that one. That one was bad. Should have called me first. But regardless, that would be a very exciting show.
I'm standing on what I said. That's actually the perfect pick.
It's not,
bro. You gotta think about it.
I hope you don't have to. I hope you don't have to.
Look who they playing against, bro. If I gotta go against Lamar, fucking Joe Burrow twice a year, bro, and I got 2 dominant edge rushers.
Hey, way to circle back to the hot take. Give me 2 niggas that can't get it done. 2 niggas that can't get it done. I'm not worried about that. Wait, hey,
if I got to against Lamar and Joe Burrow twice, man, like that's probably the best pick that's on the mock draft.
I hope you don't have to. I am hoping you don't have to.
Ooh,
who are you doubling, bro?
Travis Hunter.
I hope I get 2. I hope I get
need somebody, but defensively, the Browns always hung with the niggas, so you need a trigger man to kind of.
I was about to say defense was never a problem against the team. They just knew at a certain point Deshaun was gonna mess it up.
Ooh! Final hot take. This is a real hot take. My soundboard off, so editor, we're gonna have to add the sound in for this one. Add the little flames and shit for this one. This one about to be super fire. Dak Prescott will be the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns next year.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
I am.
I'm not. That's actually a smart move. I want
it's not.
But
it is not financially feasible.
The cap is fake.
Yeah, it ain't when you're moving guaranteed money.
The cap is fake.
Them cap hits is real,
happen, bro.
It ain't when you're moving guaranteed dollars.
You gotta think about it. Deshaun Watson about to be a goner.
Oh yeah.
He got like 2 years left on his deal.
Yeah, but Deshaun Watson did an extension deal with 3 years from now. His cap hits $40 million.
Do the 4 years.
It still counts against the cap.
Oh, but it's not your money.
Yeah, man.
Yes, it is.
They know how to figure it out. The cap go up every year anyway, so it ain't gonna matter.
They'll figure it out.
The cap still go up every year, so
Cowboys went to go get
it ain't gonna matter.
Cowboys went to go get Joe Milton. Cowboys about to trade up to 2 and go get Shador.
Nah, if that'll be crazy.
Nah, if the Cowboys would get Shador, that'd be insane.
Yeah, fuck Dak. Just kidding, Dak. We don't have any problem.
Louisiana kid, a boo boy himself.
For now, we don't want to claim him.
But anyway, So this wraps up a interesting hot take Tuesday. There were 3 hot takes. Well, okay, there was 1 hot take, kind of a lukewarm take, kind of a cold take in there. But I mean, hey,
what's the cold take? What's the cold take?
We ultimately end up getting 3 takes in there from Jai.
Patriots.
Well, we also got a preview of the chaos that the draft show. I'm sure it's going to produce.
And this is just 3 of us. We
the 3 of us, man. Just the rest of us. Yeah,
we the calm ones. That's the crazy part.
It's gonna be some nonsense. So get ready and get strapped in for that one. Have some popcorn ready for that one. I'm sure it'll be exciting. But as always, follow at JTown Sports on all your favorite social media platforms, and follow at IMS Productions 2023 on Instagram for all your production needs. But this is your host, Justin Jackson, signing out.